G'day guys, Jakko here. Out on the water today, very cold, middle of winter, which means one thing, we're throwing big swim baits for Murray Cod. Thought I'd pull up, do a quick video on the new Daiwa Tatula rods I've been using. Been really impressed. Let's have a look at them. So, the new Daiwa Tatula bait cast rods. I believe there's 8 in the range, but there's 3 swim bait models that I've been using. The first one is a 7'3" and can throw up to 100 grams. This is probably my favourite rod as it's just the perfect all-rounder. Throwing up to 100 grams can pretty much throw a lot of stuff, all your small swim baits. What I mainly use it for is chatterbaits, spinnerbaits and soft plastics like this Daiwa duckfin shad. Absolutely perfect for them. 7'3" will cast them out a real long way. The second of the swim bait rods is a 7'6", and this guy can cast up to 200 grams. This is the first rod I picked up. I actually was testing these before they come out a couple of months ago. So I've had this one for about 4 months, and this has been a great rod. I've caught a couple of big Murray Cod on this over the metre, and it's handled them really well. Basically what I use this for is swim baits in that middle size range. So something like a gantrel, a gantia, anything around that size in the swim bait range is what I use this for. I also have used big spinnerbaits on this and 1 ounce mumblers from Bassman. Run them a fair bit on this as well. So this is another good all-round rod, but it's got a bit more backbone there and can just get a bit more distance on your caster, especially when you're using those bit heavier lures. And the third swim bait rod in the Tatula lineup is the heaviest one. She's a 7'9" and can cast up to 250 grams. So it's a genuine rod for the swim bait enthusiasts, this thing. If you're going to be out there throwing big swim baits like your gigantrels, big bull shads, dow swimmers, that type of thing, this is the rod you want. There's nothing too big for it really. You can just throw them out with a lot of confidence behind it. And that's important when you want to get those extra meters on your cast in pressured waters. Probably the most excited product that Daiwa have brought out since I've been with the team for about 4 years now is these Tatula swim bait rods. Couple of key features that I've been really impressed with. It's the handle. I really love this design of the handle. Cork grips, love a good cork grip. And that spiral piece that you hold onto there just feels absolutely wonderful in the hand. The grip is a little bit thicker than the previous model and it just fits better in the hand, I believe. Really good for those long days casting. Just sits in there like a glove. Although they're a swim bait rod, the blanks are very sensitive, which is very important, especially in like the 100 gram model, the 7'3" that I use a lot with my chatterbaits and spinnerbaits. I want that responsiveness to know what my lure is doing, so that sensitivity is key for me. And you know, swim bait rods aren't really renowned for their sensitivity because they're more to get those lures out there like swim baits that don't really give you much feedback from what the lure is doing. A swim bait doesn't. But if you're going to use a swim bait rod for your spinnerbaits and your chatterbaits, your vibes and different things that you can feel working through the water, then you really want a sensitive blank, and that's what this Tatula's got. Nice sensitive blank so I can really feel what that lure's doing. That's important. On first glance at these rods, the only question I had was this bit of foregrip up here. I didn't really know why it was there and I just didn't think that it was needed. But after being up to Copedon and catching a couple of real good fish on this, I was definitely found that I was holding on during the fight, really holding on to that. So it just gives you a better point to fight the fish from. You can really get a lot more strength holding the rod there than holding it back there. So it's all your wrist there, but here you can actually get a bit of arm into it. So if you've got a big fish on and it comes down to a tough battle, you'll definitely find yourself holding onto that. Another thing with this foregrip, it does balance the rod out really well, so that's important. If you didn't have that there, it'd probably be a bit heavier down this end, but just having that there, it balances out real nice. The rod's got a good hook keeper down there, which is important. You never want to be putting your trebles and stuff up in the guides. Some rods don't have them, I don't know why, but these have got them, so a good hook keeper, very important, and especially one that can fit a solid hook in it. You know, we're going to be throwing big swim baits, big trebles, and it's no good having a hook keeper there if you can't fit your treble in there, but there they go. Another feature that I really like about these rods is they're a two-piece at the butt, so pull it out like that. So you've just got your handle and then you've got your blank. Goes back in there. I really like that. It's good for travelling. I do a lot of travel where I'm just taking these in the ute, so with a dual cab ute, fitting a 7'9" rod in there is never easy, so if you can just pull that apart like that, slides in there, real good. So real good for storage and travel. Righto guys, there's a bit of a look at the new Daiwa Tatula Swimbait rods and what I like to use each model for. Been really impressed with these rods. Best thing you can do is go down to your local tackle shop, pick one up for yourself and have a bit of a feel of it. I doubt you'll be disappointed. Cheers guys.